We are going to be doing the Hanky Panky from Ada Coleman.
Yeah.
A fairly simple cocktail, but really did sort of bring some interesting stuff. Hanky Panky, not a reference to any kind of weird sex stuff.
Oh, it's not?
No. It meant magic back in the day.
Oh.
It meant magic, just like a little hanky panky, a little razzle dazzle, a little show me woe me.
Show me woe me.
Yeah, the last one wasn't real, so don't get that going. We're going to start off with one of my favorite ingredients in the entire world, Fernet Branca. Fernet Branca and Amaro. I will be throwing down my coin. Anybody else that has their coin ready to go?
I don't have any.
I know.
That's why that's why you throw it down, because you know no one will take it.
I do, yes. Anybody that is drinking with me today, anybody that does have their Fernet coin on them, Tammy doesn't.
I do not.
So I'll be drinking on my own. Cheers to me.
Well, I'll drink more of my death in the afternoon.
Pretty good, I guess. Great. So we are going to bitter this cocktail.
Yeah.
You know, a basic cocktail, booze, bitter, sweet. We're gonna bitter this with some Fernet Branca. Fernet Branca at 0.25 ounces, just a touch of that Fernet. Little Fernet goes a long way to getting you into a bitter nightmare. So keep that really sort of calm, really sort of easy. Next two ingredients, big in London. Big in London. These are the Beatles that we're talking about. We are going to start off over here with just a little bit of gin.
Yeah, of course.
Gin, why not?
We need it.
Gin. We're gonna do 1.5 ounces.
All right, that's decent.
Something nice, something light.
So the Hanky Panky drink came around like beginning of the 1900s, right?
Yeah.
It's quite early on.
I think
before Prohibition in America.
Yes, before Prohibition in America, this was a situation, and unfortunately for Ada Coleman, you're gonna find that a lot of my stories tonight, and sort of tragically, because Ada was a phenomenal bartender, just spectacular. Unfortunately, we don't know exactly which drink she created because she never wrote a book. And people came back later. The Savoy came out later, and most of those were probably at least worked on by her.
Yeah.
But she just sort of disappeared. That's sort of how this works. So I am trying to. We definitely know that this was a Coley drink.
Well, this is crazy in general. That's why I appreciate you doing actually like a female bartender kind of evening, because not just female bartenders that was unheard of to even have a woman behind the bar.
Right.
It was unheard of to have women in a bar.
Yes.
Women were banned, not just in America, but in England.
In England.
And women for the longest were not even allowed in pubs without men accompanying them.
That's the best part about Prohibition. Was that women, if nobody is allowed in bars, let's bring. I mean, I have worked in bars. A bar without any women is awful.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some bars I'm sure that's great, but the bars that I worked at, we wanted those ladies. Next thing we're gonna be putting in is 1.5 ounces of an Italian vermouth, something nice and red.
We're keeping everything a little Italian, even though this is kind of London-y.
Yeah, so
the Fernet Branca, of course.
Fernet, the Amaro, we have the vermouth, we have this whole thing.
Yeah.
And that's the cocktail.
Love it.
Cocktails didn't have to be 57 ingredients plus a garnish. They used to just be something nice and easy to sip on. We're gonna go ahead and just filter this in using using our julep strainer. Since we have stirred this one, why not? And let's give this just a bit of a garnish here. Remember, when we garnish stuff with peels, we want to cut as close to the cocktail as we can so that we get some of those oils in there. I always love a touch of oil on top of this cocktail right here. Slide her in, and I will pass that over to you, Tammy. This is Ada Coleman's Hanky Panky, named because a patron of hers, somebody that loved her, came in and said, I imagine he said it like this, "That's the Hanky Panky." That's my old time voice.
No, you've done a better English. You've done a better English accent.
Give me a fish, I'm a walrus. It's also my walrus voice, just so you know. That's a walrus voice.
So, Hanky Panky.
The Hanky Panky by Madam Coleman.
Cheers to female bartenders and Ada Coleman.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it smells great.
Yeah. That's just that orange. Orange isn't, Get right into that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, nowadays it would mean something different. This would lead to some hanky-panky.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
This is delicious. This is smooth. This brings you right back. I can just imagine sitting in a Savoy hotel, drinking this in a bar, smoking a cigarette with those long, you know, whatever they're called.
The French ones.
The French ones.
The crutch.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Got the beret on, so that kind of fits. Oh, this is delicious. Scott, merci.